And we're back. 2023 NXL Sunshine State Major. I'm Matty Marshall here with Rich Telford. Set number 2. We're in the prelims. See who's going to be moving on to Sunday. Brooklyn Bears looked outstanding yesterday. Undefeated, 2-0. And they're taking on the rookie pro team, Austin Notorious, who they lost both their games, but man, a 1-point loss to Impact and a 1-point loss to Level. Notorious looked pretty legit yesterday for their first pro day ever, and it looks like a complete disaster here off the break for the Bears. They lose their entire middle and D side.
Little 4-on-2 situation early in this first point, Matty.
Yeah, so
Notorious in real good positions.
Yeah, there's a body walking off for Notorious, but they did their damage already. It must have been a penalty or something.
It was a penalty. 2 guys got shot.
Okay.
One guy's kept playing. They pulled another one. Unfortunately for Bears, all their players are on the snake side of the field. So if
look at this though, Rich. Sorry to interrupt, but Mark, who was that? Body running through here for Notorious, trying to trade out with Altimore, but Altimore stayed alive and got that drop on. So that's definitely a mistake here for Notorious.
Yeah, 4-on-2 to 3-on-2, Matty. Big swing there.
Yeah, 3-on-2 manageable. 4-on-2 typically doesn't work out unless somebody makes a mistake. So mistake here from Notorious.
Were you thinking earlier when you were watching those one-on-ones that it was going to be Sunday afternoon? It was Sunday afternoon.
I was excited because I'm like, wow, we have overtime.
I think that's the one cool thing that might end up happening is we might end up having a decent amount of one-on-ones.
Yeah. It was, and then we were wondering. Well, we talk about that in a bit, but I was wondering, was it going to be? I thought Pat Kraft might come out because he was playing so well.
He was going to, and he decided he was not going to. Yeah, we asked him to do it. He said he couldn't do it. He was too tired. Hadn't been working out
That
enough.
was what we wondered, if maybe he was tired.
He came off
and
hot.
Another body coming off right now, so it was all of a sudden even up to a 2-on-2, but
now 2-on-1, Matty.
Then now 2-on-1 is all
Notorious advantage.
Got shot. And
Notorious
take him out. So it was looking very good for Notorious for a while after that penalty in a 4-on-2 situation, but they made a couple mistakes.
RBJ.
So Archie Barnes Jr. staying alive with Michael Kovar, the veteran on the squad. Spent years and years with as one of the key members of San Antonio X Factor, and then retired for a while. Got married, kid, job, and now just loves paintball, back in it with Notorious. And Michael Kovar played great yesterday, and that's not a huge surprise, to be honest.
Yep, he's pretty good at the foosball. And it's crazy because, like, the guy, people coming in and out of the sport, and when people come back that used to be good, then they come back, they're still good. Like, this, it takes them a little while to knock the rust off, but once you understand the sport, you understand the sport. How well you can do it, how quickly you can do it is based on your athleticism, your age, but you still get it. And the guys who didn't get it, when they come back, they still don't get it.
So Level went 1-1 yesterday, playing the MLKings 0-2. And the MLKings have some work to do because they lost to the Bears 5-1, so -4 there, and then only lost by 2 to Impact, so sitting at a -6. MLKings need 2 wins, and they need wins by decent margin.
Big spreads, and it's gonna be hard to get big spreads on this layout. I think. I like this. Kings a little more aggressive. Snake early.
Yeah, Carter Donaldson missile. I like that they're using him as a missile.
I do too. I like him playing up front way more than I like him playing in the back. Looks like 5-on-5 here still, Matty, as Level moves into Snake 1 as well.
Yeah, Danny Schonauer hunting, trying to figure out where Carter is.
I feel like he knows right where he's at. He's pointing that gun right up. If he doesn't know, he's anticipating.
Yeah, he's maybe waiting because Danny's pretty aggressive.
He's super aggressive, bro.
I was thinking maybe he'd run him down, but can't do that right now as they're watching over Carter from that inside wedge structure. Notch one at that mini wall.
I like the way they're watching over him. They're not just watching over, they're just pumping that gap. So there's constantly paint coming through there, and it makes you think about going forward for sure.
Damian Ryan with some penetration as well, too. Damian played great. Damian Ryan coming back to pro paintball, getting picked up by Level, and was a big contributor yesterday in day 1. They went 1-1, so Level still with the chance to move on in this tournament.
Yeah, and he had some good points in that match that they won.
Yeah, this is a pretty good field for Damian, at least with the way that he can kind of scamper about, get creative, get aggressive.
Yeah.
Lots of options for him with all these different bunker sets. Body coming off right now for the MLKings.
Looks like Kyle Berry.
Yeah, I think it was Kyle Berry taking the walk. Peterson runs out, though, and he's going to get clipped as he tried to get in a little too high to D1.
It's crazy he didn't make that transition because he's such a little guy over there.
Yeah, and then Denny Schonauer makes the inside, runs down Rodriguez.
4-on-1, Matty, 4-on-2. I got Snake Corner. What else we got?
I got Snake Corner. I think that might be it. Maybe back center? I don't think so because Kyle came off. I think it's just the back corner here on the Snake side for the MLKings. Yeah. As we're looking at Columbus Level, they're sharking up on the D side of the field. Damian Now going to get on his feet, not feeling much pressure. They're trying to figure out what this last body is.
Yeah, I think it's a 3-on-1 here. 3 level players against the 1 ML King players, and they've eliminated him, so they're going to win the first point in this match pretty easily.
So level going up.
Yeah, I like Damien going up the middle, but he's kind of playing the job role in that position where he's going and kind of locking down a lane. I'd like to see him in a more dynamic role where he's shooting on the break, moving up there, locking down a lane, and then releasing.
But I thought he did that yesterday. I mean, he was on his toes. He was rolling dice up in the center, making some moves.
I'm talking about today, Matt.
We've only seen 1 point.
Well, I expect more out of him.
And they won the point.
But not because he did what I said.
He didn't die.
It's going to be a long, long day, guys. It's going to be a long, long day. You guys hear me in the booth? Yeah, it's going to be a long day. Matt's on one.
I'm on one. You're on one.
You're on.
I'm chill.
Hey, nice.
I'm chill. You're the one that's not chill.
Are you enjoying your Starbucks?
It's delicious.
I can't believe Darren won't take us to Starbucks. It's ridiculous.
You don't
Bears
deserve
breaking
it.
out from the right. Thanks, bro. Good looking out, man. I love you, too.
Only the kind people get Starbucks.
Notorious from the left.
You can have gas station coffee. So on the breakout.
But not
right
today's. You have to have yesterday's gas station coffee. 5-on-5. Good breakout for both teams. Oh, Notorious losing their first player from the Dorito side of the field out of that Dorito can.
Yeah.
4-on-5 advantage here for the Bears as they move into the center bunker. The snake brick. Notorious now in the center bunker and the snake 1. Notorious loses another body. 3-on-5 advantage now for the Bears as FSU attacks forward, though. Notorious is going forward, although they're down on bodies.
Yeah, getting in the snake, though, but then ends up getting taken out. Anthony Bowles taking the walk. But body coming off for the Bears as well, too. Scotty Graham getting in the snake. Yeah, I liked the combo yesterday of Scotty Graham and Jared Sester here on the snake side. They played outstanding
Well, they had that one really dynamic point, and after that, they just played good team paintball. But they had that one really special point where he was crawling around the snake doing the Jedi stuff.
But they were playing intelligent, aggressive paintball.
And close together, like, moving together.
And that's all we can really ask, right?
Yeah, it was
they're
good.
attempting to play the game the way it's supposed to be played. Scotty Graham now going to clear the field as the damage has been done. A couple gunfight losses here for Notorious to tie this game up. Going to be 1-1. But yeah, great story with the Brooklyn Bears playing this rookie pro squad. Notorious, their second day as professionals after making it into the pro division by 1 point. They took second at the second to last event, and then they won World Cup. And at the beginning of the year last year in semi-pro, we thought it was going to be Blast Camp or the Fit guys, Paintball Fit.
Yeah.
But at the end of the year, Notorious just
snuck in there.
On to that, just clung on to staying in the hunt. And then we're able to sneak in. And with the Brooklyn Bears, they were Thunder last year with the merger of Thunder and the Bears, the Thunder Bears. But the deal was the whole time that they were going to be the Bears in 2023, and then started to base their practices out of the East Coast. And then so Thunder, some of the key guys from Thunder ended up going to the Ironman. And they picked up 3 of them. Patty Gleason is on the Ironman roster, however, not here at this event as his wife just had a baby, so congratulations to the Gleason family. And now the MLKings on a rebuild as well, too. Columbus Level losing one of their best players in Sam Silberg in the offseason, going to Infamous, but picking up Damian Ryan. So it was a very chaotic offseason, as always, to reset a lot of these stories.
Even more than usual. Level loses their first attacker, Dorito side, Matt. That guy's getting chopped up pretty regularly now. And they just get a penalty out of back center, so 3-on-5 advantage here early on for the MLKings.
Yeah, it's Askren who had a big day yesterday, and Cranmer walking off early. So Chase is going to be picking up the first attacker duties from the departed Sam Silberg on that D side. But
it's funny too, Matt, because it's a 5-on-3, but MLKings I think know that it's a 5-on-3 because they see the guys walking out, but they still can't just fly up the field because those zones are so important, or so tight in the middle of the field. They got to find where those guys are before they can start sending bodies to get them.
Well, they sent a body to the brick. Try to put a little pressure here on Danny Schonauer. They're going to jump into the snake as well, but they lose a body. MLKings losing Kyle Berry on that D side.
2 points in a row, getting shot out early.
Going to crawl up out to the 50-yard line. Already have that brick, so 2 bodies attacking for the MLKings in the snake structure versus 1 level player. Level also has Damian Ryan on the inside, though. So a little 2-on-2 battle here on this side of the field, but just looks like concession.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was a 4-on-2 situation with the advantage going to the MLKings. So Coach Dowiak decided for level that he had seen enough.
I've seen enough, Matt.
Wanted to reset at 5-on-5 as that will tie the game up, but still a lot of game time left. So now coming back out here, Notorious and the Bears also locked up at 1, because that's in the pit with Columbus Level, who also, one of the big story for Columbus Level is they lost. I feel one of them. We talked about this yesterday, but Corwin Weber blowing out his knee skiing, so they're gonna not have him for a few months as he tore his ACL, and he's one of the best second attackers in the business, and he got real good last year. So that's definitely a big hit to them. But that's why it's good that they picked up Damien.
I'm surprised Pando didn't write a contract where his guys can't do like any fun stuff.
No motorcycles.
No fun stuff.
No snowboarding.
Yeah.
Can't roughhouse with the kids too much.
No roughhouse. No big dog play.
So playing the aggressor here, Austin Notorious into the snake.
Yeah, 4-on-5 advantage here for Notorious as they push into the snake side of the field. Bears are kind of sitting back playing a little more defensively with one player in each one of the 2 Aztecs, one player in the can on the Drio side, and one player in the tower over here on the snake side. 4-on-5 advantage for Notorious.
Well, one of the players that had a decent day yesterday for Notorious was Jared Sherman, and he's now at the brick. Like how he's been playing this wedge and brick structure. Archie Barnes Jr. in there with him into the snake. And they're going to get a body out behind him as well, too. So good little stack of bodies on this snake side with 5 bodies alive. And this has kind of been a stock play, right? Leave a body at the can, flood bodies here.
The can's the island.
Snake side.
Can is the island. And the guys on the snake side, as they push up the snake side, they shut down the Drudo side so that guy that's playing the island on the can can just stay snake side the whole time and not have to worry about containing the Drudo side. See if Archie Barnes Jr., ABJ, can get some action going. Oh, and he does. Gets that first kill, but unfortunately gets caught doing it. Just got to tighten that up a little bit, Arch. So 4-on-3 advantage now for Notorious as they move on to the Bears side of the field through the center structure. I'd like to see the 2 players for Notorious transition out of the back line. Here comes one of them.
I like the read and react we're getting out of Sherman. Unfortunately, though, he checked off towards that inside and ended up getting his loader peeled off. So a little bit of a tough death for him in a decent spot.
Yeah, and they go from a 3-on-3 to a 3-on-2, and the advantage is now switched to the Bears, Matty.
Wondering if the Bears know the count, though. They're all in the back spots.
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not. Well, they're going to transition here.
Looks like one of the Notorious players is also breaking a lot of paint back there. It might be Marky Franz. He's got his barrel in his hand.
Yeah, Marky is about to do a little surgery as he's ripping that barrel off, try to get a little cleaner shot going.
Communication and the guns have slowed down a little bit as everyone tries to reposition and figure out exactly where the opposing players are and how to get through the zone from the opposing players. A little bit of communication now. And the center of this field, Matt, is just tricky, man. When you walk around there, you're like, oh, if I go here, I can see this. I can't see this. I can see this. I can't see this.
It's a forest of big bunkers.
It's a plethora of big bunkers.
Quite a bit. So now the tables turned here. This is was a low body situation for the Brooklyn Bears. It's just something that the younger teams, I mean, everyone needs to work on it, but the more veteran teams typically don't drop high body situations as often as the younger teams.
Yep.
Scotty Graham trying to finish this one off, though. Scotty's been playing really well this weekend. Getting good reads out there. Might have got clipped, though, as he got across. That's a tough death. He did not need to die in that spot.
Nope. And he didn't play it correctly. He didn't have the ball. The guy inside of him had the ball. He was the pivot guy. Scotty's just been pumping the outside of that bunker.
Yeah, if you're in a 1-on-3 and you're the farthest guy up and you're the one that one is shooting at, then you don't really need to make a big bite across a giant gap.
Just start doing this, right?
Just talk. Hey, he's on me.
On you.
He's on me.
Dude, I've been trying to get the New York guys to pick up on that for 3 years now.
Yeah, hey, there's one of them, 3 of us, and he's currently gunfighting me. So if you could just maybe move across the field, that'd be great.
And then when he's off of me, I'll let you know, right? So that you know he's switching to you, and then you can deal with that based on that information you got.
But the Bears, regardless of that needless death from Scotty, still end up winning the point. It is the blessing of having a 3-on-1 because you can throw a body away and still get it done. Tie ball game.
20 seconds.
Oh, we have to remember in the Red Legion match later to talk about Jason Burns and Leo Smotrov as much as we can. Jason Burns, Leo Smotrov.
Okay.
Jason Burns, Leo Smotrov. Don't let me forget.
I
Jason
will
Burns, Leo
make
Smotrov.
sure I do not let you forget.
Thank you.
So jumping into this next one here, tie game, 11:38 to go. Between the MLKings and Columbus Level, MLKings going to scurry up into that wedge structure. Looking at Columbus Level, though, here on with our eye in the sky.
And this is a great matchup, Matty, because these are both teams that are kind of at that same level, and they're both kind of trying to fight to get to the top of that middle pack.
Yeah, both having a decent amount of roster roulette.
Yeah, exactly. And both have young athletic teams. Both are kind of on their way up, on the rise. So both brought in a new, all-star guy.
Justin Politi getting a spin, but taking the walk here, getting shot out of that tower. Kramer goes inside this time for Level into the wedge, not going outside into the Doritos quite yet. Damian Ryan to his standard spot at the first notch of that wedge structure, and two bodies behind him. But they're kind of stuck in the pocket right now. Askren's going to try to get out wide, and he does slightly. He gets to the can. No one out wide on the D side for the MLKings, but they do have the field spread on the Snake side. Not much forward progression. They have Rodriguez up at the wedge trying to shoot towards that D side. There's no one up on the D side for him to shoot at yet, though.
Yeah, and that's the problem with that spot is it's a really strong defensive position. But if no one's attacking that zone, right, and you're basically dedicated the whole game to nothing, then you're really kind of playing 4-on-5 if the other guys know that you're on that zone and can avoid it.
MLKings dive a body here into Snake 1 and then get Woodley out wide. Also Snake side, so 4 bodies this way, 1 at the can. It's kind of becoming a standard breakout here, or standard evolvement of the play.
Woodley has really good acceleration for a taller guy.
He's fast,
like explosive
very
guy.
athletic guy.
Yeah, I like the MLKings positions over here. 4 guys Snake side, 1 guy in the can.
Damian Ryan gets through the gap.
Move.
That's
what we were talking about earlier. Damian playing a little bit more dynamically because a lot of people can do what he was doing back there, and a lot of people can't do what he's doing right now.
Well,
3 guns on him, dealing and dealing.
He did it intelligently. He kind of waited for that lane to drop, bided his time, and then glided in at the right moment when no one was watching that lane. I mean, they had a body in Snake 1 to shoot Pain in that zone, but that guy wasn't shooting that because Damian wasn't there for a while. So nice move. Then during that move, Cranmer makes it out wide as well into D3. So a couple set of secondary moves for Columbus Level to put them in much better field position here. Oh, but they get the shot in on Damian.
But what I was going to say, Matty, is Damian making that moves allows you to get outside because that changes that gap.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He played off that move. Yeah. And then, but the MLKings front player here, Snake side, looks like he traded with Damian.
Might have been with Damian, yeah. 4-on-4.
But Rodriguez is still alive over here, so he's able to make his way into the brick. So better field position currently for the MLKings.
And in my opinion, I like the way the Level is playing the field better than the Kings, where the Kings are playing 3 or 4 guys in the back. Level's trying to get 3 or 4 guys to the 50, and I think that's a much more successful breakout for this or game plan for this layout.
Well, I asked the MLKings players during the practice session on Thursday because they were the fastest team in the league. I'm like, hey, is that still going to be your mandate? Is that still going to be the style of play that you bring? And they're like, we're going to try, But right now, Level is the one pushing the pace. They do lose a body on that D side because of Rodriguez is in the spot. Now here comes Askren. There's that Lemon.
Oops.
Going to try to come across and not able to get. So Rodriguez balling out right now. Rodriguez just got another one.
That was Elias, let's go, Elias.
That was at least a 3-pack for Rodriguez.
Minimum.
Nice job, Elias Rodriguez.
And Kyle Berry stayed alive for a point. Good job, Kyle.
Well, they needed that. Needed a little spark here.
Yeah.
The whole pit got pumped up with Rodriguez at least 3-pack. And, again, we got...
He was wheeling and dealing up there, too.
We're giving out money courtesy of the Mary Catherine and Pate Smith family. Going to be $500 for the prelims, and that's on the list right there. That was, again, a little early in the game, but tie ball game goes out, gets at least a 3-pack. Now they got the lead and the momentum. That's on the list for sure. In the pits right now with the MLKings. Still got a lot of paintball to play, though, here in the prelims as we're only in set 2, but MLKings hyped up right now. Feeling pretty good.
That was a really good point. Momentum shifter for sure.
Jumping back into this one with a 2-1 game. Favor of the Brooklyn Bears. Notorious
is really good on the breakout, Matty. They seem like they win a lot of the breakouts. Conservative breakout from both teams, Matty. 5 alive from both teams. Oh, first player taking a walk from the Bears.
Notorious doubling up that back center. And they're going to glide a body out pretty quick. Bears a little bit more aggressive here, taking a little bit more ground, but not much. No big aggressive pushes up the center early, but then on a secondary, Notorious going to get a body up into the middle of the field.
Good transition there from Notorious in the back line to the brick that feeds into the snake structure. Now he's in snake 1. They like that position, Matty. Snake 1 and the center bunker working together, talking together. Those are the 2 prime positions right now, kind of on this side of the field. 2 guys there, 1 guy behind him in the tower is a very strong 3 position.
Yeah, more likely than not, those are going to be the 3 players for whatever team wins this event. Whoever steps up for those guys.
They're going to be doing most of the work.
Yeah, exactly.
That and the guy in the island, right? Because the guy in the island is literally shooting his gun and talking the whole game, right? 4-on-5 advantage now for the Bears. Notorious drops 1 from the back line.
Yeah, we are seeing quite a bit of back guys die off the break and in the middle of points, just because it is a pretty gunfight-heavy field. And like you said, man, if you're on that island, it's a rough spot to play.
Yeah.
Rough spot to play. You're going to get shot at a lot, and you're going to be shooting at a lot of guys. And,
you're expected
if you die,
to
you put your team in a bad spot.
You're expected to stay live and shoot your gun and communicate the whole game with everybody on the field knowing exactly where you are and exactly what you're doing.
Kind of a tall order, but it is going to be required to prevail out here at this first event.
Well, and it's telling, right? It's telling which teams play which players in those spots, right?
Bears losing a body. Oh, losing another one. Looks like the player in the Aztec just got shot. I don't know if a ref saw it, though.
No, he's looking. Oh, he saw it, though. He's looking right at us.
He thought about it for a second.
He's looking right at us. Bears down to just 2 now. Oh, sloppy death there from the Notorious player wrapping in the snake.
Yeah, they've done a lot of damage over here. Yeah, Bull's begging for a penalty, not going to get it. Another body comes off for Notorious. This is a bit of a bloodbath here on some.
I believe it's a 2-on-1, Matt.
Well, Michael Kovar has done a great job of surviving here for Notorious, as he's still alive in all that chaos. Definitely 2 bodies left alive for Notorious, and I think just 1 for the Bears. And I think did he get him on the bounce shot?
I think he got him on the bounce.
Oh, look at that veteran play
Snake
right there.
1 bouncing it off the tower on the Dorito side into Dorito 3. Crazy.
Kovar's been lights out, man.
Yeah.
Real solid.
You know what I love too is when guys come back that have kind of taken some time off, they have that just they really appreciate it more because they've haven't been here the whole time.
Yeah.
And they've got that just positive kind of energy the whole. It's great. I told Alex, I was like, 10 years ago, you were a crippled old man. You look like me. And now because you're enjoying yourself so much in playing paintball, you look 10 years younger. You're bouncing around. I was like, man, it makes me happy.
Yeah, definitely can. Paintball can beat the body up, but it's good for the soul.
Good for the soul, man.
And it gives you a reason to stay in shape, though.
Yeah,
if you're still getting long in the tooth, it gives you a reason to stay in shape.
Yep. And it's always fun to shoot people.
Yeah, I was talking to the owner of the Brooklyn Bears, Magic Mike. He's 60, and he's like, I'll tell you what, Matty, we go up a couple points, I might get out there because I want to be the oldest guy ever to play a point in the NXL. He's like, is there anyone older than me?
He's
and
pretty jacked.
I'm like, I don't think anyone's been in their 60s and played a point because I think Alex is 50, 54, 56, right around there. So that's Alex Martinez, oldest man ever to play a point in the NXL.
10 seconds.
So we'll see. Maybe Magic Mike. If they can go up enough points, we'll get a spin out there and set a record.
Set a record, baby.
1 point lead right now for the MLKings in our split screen breakout. MLKings on the blue side, level. Oh, penalty going to be assessed on Damian Ryan.
Ouch.
The first penalty we've seen him get as Politi quickly gets into the snake, but they're going to have to present some sort of offensive threat quick to pump the brakes for the MLKings. The MLKings are going to be able to read this situation here, hopefully for them, pretty quick.
Yeah, 5-on-3 advantage here for the Kings.
Politi pumping paint towards that D side. No one really up on that side yet for the MLKings. I would like this. We're starting to see this a little bit. Guys are going to spots, and I know, hey, you want to pump paint through the lane, right? But if there's literally no one on the D side, there's no lane to shoot yet.
There were some points yesterday where 4 guys on the snake side are pumping the D gap, and the only guy in the D gap is the can looking this way. I'm like, 4 of you guys are stopping somebody that's not going.
Yeah. And then that guy will sit there and shoot that gap for 2-3 pods for 2 minutes, and then that guy's basically out of the game. But the tough thing is it's hard to tell if there's anyone over there or not.
Well, and you're shooting at him, but you don't know that 2 other guys are shooting at him.
Look at Peterson. Peterson off to the races to try to close this one out. Yeah, he's in a high body situation. What a great read here from John Peterson. Comes through. He blasts 1. He blasts 2. He hits that buzzer, and Peterson putting the MLKings.
What I will say about that is if he was a big guy, that would have been impressive. Because he's such a small guy, it just wasn't an impressive move. You always see small guys flying down the drill.
It does look like Peterson has dropped a little bit of weight in the offseason and looked real blazing fast.
He looked real athletic. Once you get that going, get that momentum going, Peterson.
Yeah, it's good to see Peterson still out here.
Yeah, I heard he was going to quit. I was like, that sucks. I love the way he played, and I think I thought last season was his best season so far.
Yeah, well, he came up to me at World Cup, and he was like, hey, man, I just want to come over, shake your hand. I'm going to retire. most likely. And I was like, are you really though? I mean, I hear this speech from a lot of guys, and sometimes, most of the time, they don't
Everyone
actually
at the end of every season, hey, just so you know, keep this on DL, but I'm probably out.
Yeah.
I've had enough of this. We didn't win World Cup, and I've had enough. Okay, I put too much of my time, too much of my energy. I just can't do this anymore, Matt. Okay,
that's a good speech. It's almost like you've heard it a million times. But anyway, but I told John, I was like, hey, dude, you're playing the best I've ever seen you play. You keep getting better. Why stop now? Sure enough, I see him at the first event. I'm like, hey, good to see you, Peterson. Good to see you. I thought
are
you
you
were
lost?
Quitting.
This is a paintball field, friend.
He was like, well,
They need me. They need me so bad,
It
Matt.
all worked out, and offer couldn't refuse, and I'm back, and I'm glad to be here. I'm like, I knew it,
Sucker.
couldn't stay away. We're in the pits right now with the MLKings. Got to be pretty stoked. 2-point lead, they need it. MLKings dropped 2 yesterday, must-win situation for them. Level still in it as they beat Notorious, but they only beat them by 1, dropped by 1 to the Bears, so they're 1-1 with the even point spread. They do not want to lose this game because Impact is their opponent next, so always tough to have to go and play Impact for your last game in a must-win situation to decide whether or not you move on, because it's really hard to beat Impact.
Oof. Yeah, especially on a layout like this that's really kind of caters to their style of paintball.
Yeah. The one thing I would say, though, is that on a, like I was talking to Ryan Greenspan when he was up here, he was saying that, yeah, that's true, but when you're in a situation with a layout that only typically is allowing maybe 6 points total played for a lot of these games,
yeah,
and the teams that are the underdogs actually have a little bit more of a chance because it's less instances.
It's less margin, yep.
So,
but like I said,
tie game, 5 minutes, 15 seconds left to go. Looked like Bowles might have got shot. He's asking for a check for Notorious as Notorious is going to get Sherman back up to his spot. Looks like Bowles caught a bouncer. He's alive, and I don't see anyone. Yeah, it's 5-on-5 situation right now.
Bears are outside on the D side, Matt, getting out to that baby Dorito.
5-on-5.
A slight advantage.
Yeah, just a slight advantage here for the Bears as Frank Tommaso gets out into that D side.
Markey moving out of the back center into the small Aztec on the snake side, but shooting Drio side for Notorious. FSU Notorious. Player there for Notorious trying to wrap around and see what's going on in the middle. It's a really tough bunker to play because there's so many different angles from that center spot. Now switching inside.
And if you guys are joining us out here on your social media platform, please head on over to GoSports.com. Watch the conclusion of this tournament. It's going to be brutal. It's going to be fun. It's always entertaining. We're the best in the business. Throw down on center court here at the NXL. Body dropping right now as Bowles eventually does take the walk. Kovar's going to fill his spot.
Yeah, bad death out of that tower, Matt. You got to stay live in that position.
Yeah, but a one-body advantage currently for the Bears. No lead to protect, though, so if they want to win this game, they are eventually going to have to push into these guns. A little bit better field position with the body at the wedge for Notorious, but a little bit better field position with the outside D1 position for Frank Tommaso for the Bears, and they have that extra body. So
yeah, it's going to be tough for Frank to push through that gap from there, right? I think that move comes from the inside out easier than it comes straight at the tape, Matty, just because the angles are so bad from the snake side. Notorious, really good communication. Oh, Bears dropping their first body, so 4-on-4 now, Matt.
That was a great gunfight win right there from Michael Kovar to help tie it up on the body count. The veteran strikes again.
Oh, he's shredding paint, unfortunately, though. We were talking about, we always have our talks after the air. A big move on the D side there. Gets all the way to D3. Oh, I think he got shot after he got there, unfortunately. Yeah, we were talking about no matter how good a team you are, right? Like, let's say you're Dynasty, right? And Dynasty picks up 2 or 3 of the best players from all the best teams. Even if you're the best team in the world, if your gun sucks, your hopper sucks, and your paint sucks, you're not winning. It's that technical.
Well, and it's not even really that not that they suck. These are all top-level machine guns, but it's a race car, man. You got to keep that thing lubed. You got to keep it clean.
Well,
make sure you mind your paint.
But
can't leave your paint out in the sun.
Paint cycles through where it goes good and bad, right? But also new products come out.
Yeah, it's like anytime any guy gets a brand new gun, wants to use it at the tournament, I'm like, hey, I know the gun's getting really good, but what are you doing, man? You got to use that in practice for a little bit.
Yeah, this is not practice. We're not practicing. We're at the event now.
Yeah. Put 10,000 rounds through it, then bring it out, play in the tournament.
Then let me know. FSU dropping another player, trading out here at the 50 as well. Oh, he stayed alive.
Baltimore try to run down, take out this player here in the snake, and then, but here comes Scotty Graham in all the chaos, man. Scotty Graham's still alive. I think that was GJ Sakaguchi who had Sakaguchi had some good plays out there for the Bears, earning some more play time.
Yeah, starting off in the center and kind of work his way down that Drio side.
Yeah, he's one of those, he's got good burst speed, he's athletic, and he's aggressive, Typically, as he's been coming up in the ranks, used as a bit of a secondary attack weapon.
Yeah, so pretty good timing.
But yeah, Scotty Graham continues to clock in as well too. He's played very consistent. And Notorious threw a couple bodies away in that one. Lost gunfight losses. Big bite on the D side cost him a body. Just a few rookie mistakes out here in the pits. Tense conversations. The Bears trying to preserve the lead. Speaking of preserving a lead, MLKings have built up a little bit of one here against Columbus Level. 2-point spread right now. Time starting to tick off this clock. Columbus Level doesn't want to drop this game. MLKings desperately need a win to stay in this tournament. 7:13 to go. Both teams with a body to the
sloppy
snake.
Danny.
Yeah, but Danny Schonauer
over the top,
out.
Matty. Come on.
So, yeah, dropping a body here. Columbus Level down to 4. 4-on-5 situation here in favor of the Kings.
MLKings in both power positions over here, snake side. Snake 1 in set. Center bunker, so 4-on-5 advantage. And a good field position early on in this point. Woodley in the small Aztec. John Peterson can on the Dreer side. Level loses another player, Matty, out of that back Aztec, so down to just 3 now, Matt.
Yeah,
Damien right in the center.
3-on-5, 6:35 to go. Down by 2. I'm looking for something out of my 3 right here.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to blow this horn at some point. Not quite yet. Still have some time, but... And now for the MLKings, pump the brakes. You have a big body advantage. You have a pretty decent lead.
Grab a clip.
Yeah. Again,
grab a clip.
Try to
start feeding that hopper.
Try to burn 2 minutes off this clock and still win the point.
Yeah, and like you said, really quickly in the next 10, 15 seconds, the level has to make a decision. Are these guys going to try to go forward and win this point, or am I going to have to concede this point?
Well, Damien knows that, and he's going to go, and he gets right through that gap and survives, gets to the 50 bricks. So signs of life from Level right now with Damien Ryan, the new pickup. Former All-Star from Infamous. Has helped them win tournaments. And then looks like Chase is going to get up into D3, so they're making the moves needed, and they're going to get a shot in on LJ Woodley dying out of one of those back spots.
Damien getting the check now.
4-on-3 situation now. Referee in there checking out Damien. He's definitely catching a lot of fire. Does he have something on his chest? He does not. He's clean.
He had some on his leg, but I think that was just rubbed from when he got up in there.
Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of spray coming off of that edge of that.
Yeah, right on the corner.
Yeah.
3-on-3 now. Level Up has been down on bodies, was able to turn this game back around by Damien Ryan making a big move up the middle, taking up a couple guns. Look, really, honestly, everyone on the team right now for MLKings are all trying to figure out how to shoot Damien Ryan.
They're going to come across to try to trade with Damien. Damien's going to pop the top. He tucks in. He stays alive as the MLKings get to the brick, and then they are going to blast Damien. Does he stay alive?
No,
Rodriguez again. Rodriguez is on fire right now, but then he peeks out and gets shot by Cranmer to turn it into a 2-on-3.
Yeah.
So Level's keeping it close.
Kramer had a window there, Matty, when Damien was battling, and he could have flown down that.
But he still got the shot on Rodriguez, and with the way that Rodriguez is playing, get him off the field.
For sure.
And now Cranmer has outside contain. That whole D side is essentially open, except for that
Peterson.
Except for Peterson at the can.
3-on-2 advantage for the Kings now.
But Peterson's looking this way. There's only one gun on Cranmer right now. There's still time. 4:30 to go, but a 2-point spread. Level needs 2 just to tie. Oh, and they're going to lose Askren in a second they do that. Coach Tyler hits that buzzer.
Probably could have conceded after they lost Damien.
Yeah, again, you coach. You know how it is. You're asking for you guys to let, hey, give me a chance, right? If you're just sitting in your bunkers and hide in a low body situation, I'm forced to concede.
You make
but if
this
you're
decision
trying to
really
make
easy.
moves,
Yeah.
then now I really got to think about it. How bad off are we? So right now, building up a bit of a lead, MLKings putting Level in a tough position because Level, again, has to play Impact next. They drop this game, they'll be 1-2. You go 1-3, you're not going to be moving on to Sunday. But at least they've warmed up. It will be Impact's first match. Impact had some close games. Had a close game yesterday against Notorious and a pretty close game against the MLKings. So, not blowing teams off the field.
No. I mean, it's tough to blow teams off the field in this layout.
The only team that blew anyone off the field yesterday was Dynasty beating up on the Saints.
Yeah.
It's the only mercy rule we saw all day long.
Only 6-point game we saw all day long, I think.
Yep. Only team to put up 6 points.
ABJ, Snake 1 on the break, looks inside. Again, that's the moves, Matt. Those 2 spots on the Snake 50 and the tower behind him supporting it.
Only 2 minutes left to go here. Notorious putting themselves in good offensive positions here off the break with a body in Snake 1, body inside wedge, and also a body in D1, but D1's going to be taking the walk. So that's going to put Notorious in a pretty tough position here with 4 bodies left against 5 Down by 1 with 1:37 seconds left now.
Good communications with both teams, trying to figure out where the bodies are, where the guns are. Guys are talking about how much time is left on the clock.
Yeah.
So they know exactly how long they got to survive or how long until they got to go forward.
Sherman gets across for Notorious.
Yeah, the Bears are just locked up, Maddie. Everybody's got their zone control, just rolling those guns, trying not to make any mistakes, trying to protect that lead.
60 seconds
60
to go.
seconds.
Two players at that brick in the snake, and then Sherman's going to launch. Jared gets across.
I'd love to see him crawl all the way down that beam.
He wants to go. He knows he doesn't have much time. He's going to launch. He's going to shoot Scotty Graham. And he's going to continue to go through Sherman. Gets 2. Ooh, got to be careful not to get a penalty there on that one. Scotty is begging for it. And he definitely shot the player in the Aztec, who is eventually going to come out of there. And then they cut through the center as well, too, with Kovar, I believe. And he gets peeled off. Marky Franz and Archie Barnes Jr. are trying to make something happen here with 27 seconds left to go. Archie's going to launch, and I think they're going to be able to do it. Archie comes through and stitches up the player in the back corner bunker.
Nice job.
And then Archie Barnes Jr. going to hit that buzzer with 19 seconds left to tie this game up. The rookie pro squad in the fight right now.
Nice job, boys.
It started with Sherman. Jared Sherman comes through, blows the door open with a beautiful little 2-pack, and then took Archie a second to figure out where those variables were, those last player was, and made the proper move. Kind of surprised a little bit. The guy was like, oh, he's right here. Bam, stitches him up in the back, and then glides in to hit that buzzer to make this a game. Notorious, 2 losses yesterday, but only by 1 point. Both of those games were 1-point losses, so they're sitting 0-2, -2. So if they could get a win here against the Bears, it would be their first win as a pro team, and it would keep them in this tournament. Notorious has to play the MLKings next, and we're in the pits right now with the Bears. I think that was that Sester. Yeah, Sester had a really good day yesterday. A little frustrated with how that one turned out. So the MLKings have built up a pretty sizable lead here against Columbus Level, who are going to have to go into the breach. They have no choice here at this point, desperate for a win. So, yeah, point spread important, but if they lose this game, it's not going to matter.
Yeah.
Well, it will still matter, but they have to play Impact next. So,
yeah.
Yes, point spread important.
And the season race starts now, right? So it always all matters. Level 4 across the 40, 1 in the back. I love this breakout for them.
Yeah, great breakout for
Peterson
Level.
taking the walk, Maddie. 4-on-5 advantage now, 4 level.
Yeah, they get that shot on Peterson, and now flooding bodies towards that 50-yard line. Both bricks are hot. Snake 1 is hot. Now they're past the 50.
Yeah, Danny's on their side of the field now.
Oh, they're going to lose Politi, though.
That hurts. Damian Ryan filling Snake side.
Oh, here comes Danny Schonar comes through,
Oh,
gets 1, he gets 2. Does he get the 3rd? Here comes Astrid. Astrid's so good on these secondary attacks. Oh, but a major penalty going to be assessed. Who's
Which
it going to
way?
be on? I think it might be on the Kings.
It's got to be on the Kings.
Because they're not come to try to pull out Damien, or Chase.
Yeah, I think it's Woodley.
Opportunity right now for Level. They needed a quick point, and they got it. They also needed a little bit of a gift from the paintball gods. They got that, too. Major penalty assessed. No one left a pull, it looked like. So I think the MLKings, Rich, might be starting down with 3 bodies in this next one.
Yeah, that was an interesting decision there.
Still a game. Still a game. 3:27 on the clock. 2 points needed. Power play possible on this next one. Yeah, Level's still in this. And again, they have to play Impact next, so they have to be looking at this game like, look, we have to win this one.
Yeah, because our next game's not going to be any easier.
Yeah, we went 1-1 yesterday with an even point spread. We absolutely need to win this game, and they have an opportunity to do it. So we will see. And I'm pretty sure that play will get reviewed to see if that was a legit major. And make sure you head on over to GoSports.com to watch the rest of this. As you can see, we saw a 1-on-1. It went down to 1-on-1s with Uprising and New York Extreme, with Graham Arnold playing the hero to keep Uprising in this match. We got a couple brutal games going down right now, and it's going to be like this for the rest of the day. It's been an entertaining morning thus far. So
I think Notorious is doing really well for their first pro event.
absolutely.
I mean, obviously they're not winning matches, but they're in every one of these, and they look good, right? They're winning almost every breakout. They understand the key position on the field. They're playing the key positions well. They're not as polished maybe as the teams they're playing against. They don't have the experience, but they're doing all the right things, which means eventually they're going to be there.
They're making a decent amount of mistakes, But they're also doing a lot of things really well. And to me, the most important thing, they're not intimidated by the moment. They're hanging with these top-level squads. And that's impressive. So, yeah, I mean, they got a real bright future in front of them. A lot of talent on that squad. If they can just tighten up a few things here or there, they could be a force to be reckoned with. They got great leadership. Love what Coach Gray's been doing with them. And he's been, here many times. So he knows what he's doing and helped to get him to this point. All right, here we go. Tied up 3-3 with only 17 seconds left to go. Is somebody going to steal the win, or are we going to see an overtime point?
4-4,
Probably going
Matt.
to see overtime.
Sakaguchi all the way to center 50, Matty.
Now here comes Sherman.
Oh, Sherman gets torched.
Sherman gets torched, but then Pito launches and he gets shot. Not going to matter, though. No penalties assessed.
You sound disappointed, Matty. It's not going to matter. No penalties out there. Whatever, bro.
No, I like me some overtimes. Also like one-on-ones. So
I do think, though,
I just
that
want it to be
one-on-ones
dramatic,
should be
Rich.
best of. I think we should change one-on-ones to best of 3.
Okay.
So you pick your 3. All 3 of those dudes have to go out, have 2 minutes each still. But then it's not just a one-on-one.
Look, I would absolutely love that as well, too. However,
Well, you're the dude with all the juice. Make it happen.
Well, look, I only have so much juice, but the thing is,
We'll
that
spend it on this.
there's 20 teams playing in one day with 10 sets, and we got to all get it in before dark. So if we start adding in extra one-on-one situations, then you're kind of eating into that schedule. Just something to think about.
What we'll do is we'll start running 3 matches instead of 4 just to make time for all the
Great.
one-on-ones.
Triple split deck.
Triple split deck, baby. We call it the 6-pack.
Yeah, so they are reviewing that major penalty that we believe was on Woodley.
I'm not
positive
Yeah,
on
I'm not trying to call
that.
Woodley out. He's the only guy I could see. He did get shot, and the referee seemed to be.
It looked like they were
indicating
going
it was
in his vicinity, so but not positive on that. There was 3 bodies back there, but it was very chaotic.
Yeah, and a major penalty, it can carry over to the next point, and that's why they got to review it, because if you get a major penalty, there's not enough people to pull.
Yeah, it's pretty crucial at this point.
Yeah, you can start down on bodies. So
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
super crucial.
and look, they did overturn a major that was not a major yesterday, so that was a legit call. And I just love that we had Joey up here, and I tell you what, if Joey doesn't agree with something, he's going to tell you. And he was pretty stoked with the way things are going with the review system and the just trying to keep it as authentic, and what's actually happening out there on the field is what the result is. And also remember, we got the Top Gun Award that's going to be given to the best player of the tournament, which that is wide open, man. I have no idea who's going to get that yet. Definitely have some names on the board, but we're only one day into a 3-day competition, starting to get a little bit into day 2. There's a lot of paintball to be played out here. And we got some money to be given out as well, too. $500 for best move of the prelims, $1,000 for best move of Sunday, courtesy of the Smith family, Mary Catherine and Pate Smith family.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate all the love from the paintball patrons.
Yeah, we literally couldn't do what we do without you guys. Literally. Did you go out last night?
To eat sushi and then to go home. Sushi was delicious, though.
Delicious.
So still in the review. Coming up next, we have Tampa Bay Damage taking the field for the first time. Going to be playing New York Extreme. So after dropping that game, now going 2-1, they definitely don't want to go 2-2 again, but they have their hands full with Tampa Bay, because Tampa Bay definitely has this field dialed. Not a lot of points played by Tampa Bay in the just total. I think they played 6 points yesterday.
If it was up to them, though, they'd only play 1 point a match.
They'll take it if they
Yeah,
can get it.
100%.
And then also in that set, Uprising still in the tournament with the big heroic one-on-one victory for Graham Arnold against Corey Hall. And they're going to be playing Energy Elite, who also won their game against Aftermath. So it's getting very interesting in that bracket. It's Damage, Aftermath, Uprising, New York Extreme, and Energy Elite. In this bracket, it's Impact Bears, MLKings, Level, and Notorious. Also still very much to be decided, especially if the Bears end up dropping this game. That's going to make it, I mean, yeah, still a lot, just too early to tell. Too early to tell.
Beautiful morning, huh?
Yeah, it is a beautiful morning out here. It's a little chilly for us up here in the booth because the wind's kicking up, but it's perfect paintball weather if you're down there on the grass, because it's going to heat up again today.
You've got 2 shirts on.
Yeah, I know. It's not enough.
Could you be a little less sensitive? You're a
I'm
man.
from San Diego, dude. I'm a
You
tropical
have a
flower.
beard. You have enough man hair on your legs and face to keep you warm. Let's go.
Yeah, well, don't make
God,
me
he's
take
getting
my
soft,
shirt off.
guys. He is getting so. It's like I'm gonna start calling him Buttery Matt.
Forrest.
Buttery Matt.
I'm fine. What are you talking about?
Oh, you fine, all right. I'm not talking about that guy. I'm just talking about you being soft and fine.
Look, not all of us can be from Modesto, Rich. The
Norco.
frozen tundra.
That's right.
In California, at least in the winter, and then in the summer,
winter.
it's the third circle of hell.
Yeah, it's a powerful combination. Please come out and visit me. MLKings
Come and
breaking
see
out
the
from the
sights.
left. Yeah, come and see the sights. Might want to come armed. Level breaking out from the right side, blue side of the field. MLKings from the left side, the red side.
So it is a penalty. I didn't hear the. It's definitely obviously a major. There's 3 bodies out there.
It's very major.
But I didn't hear the penalty was on.
It did not either, but I believe it was. Well,
Big opportunity for Columbus level right now. This is huge. They're still down by 2.
How much time?
I want to say, what was it, 3.5? Yeah,
Okay,
3.5.
we still got a game.
And able to keep 3
Oh,
bodies
that was
alive at least
sloppy.
initially. Yeah, so the player for the MLKings went way out wide into the blind zone behind the bunker. He could have just got in there and stayed alive, but trying to get creative to
Try to
produce
get
a
fancy.
kill.
Kyle gets caught, so it's going to be a 1-point game, Matt, with plenty of time left. Once level figures out to 5-on-1.
Well, when you have a 3.5 minutes left and you're in a 3-on-5 situation, I don't know why he went so wide and stayed out there. Because if he was able to get in and stay alive, I mean, what are you trying to do in that situation? Burn clock.
Yeah, lay down and protect the base.
Because even if they're going to drop this point now, but now it's going to be a 1-point game, but it went so quick that now Level has all the time in the, well, not all the time in the world, but 2.5 minutes to work with.
They have an extra 30 seconds at least.
Yeah, so.
You know, sometimes as coaches, we don't explain to the players going out there what the objective of the point is, right? Obviously, we know what we want to do. But you got to be. Sometimes you got to be more specific. Sometimes we do, and they just don't get it, right? They just kind of go back to what's natural, playing paintball, being creative.
Yeah, so tied up 3-3. Austin Notorious, Brooklyn Bears, overtime right now.
Big point.
Who do you got?
Who's stepping up? I'm going to go Notorious.
Yeah, they have the momentum right now.
I feel like they've won more breakouts, and I feel like...
I don't know. Bears, though. Bears are pretty tough, too.
Yeah, for sure.
This is a tough one to call.
Yeah. What I probably will say is the team who has the advantage on the breakout.
For sure. As far as veteran experience, because the Bears have been here much longer.
That is a...
Not that much longer.
Definitely in their favor.
But a little bit longer.
The whole season, right?
The whole season.
Bears lose their first attacker on the Dreer side.
Oh, huge kill, and it's GJ Sakaguchi getting shot off the break, trying to get outside wide. Advantage for Notorious right now, 5-on-4 situation.
Notorious first to the 50 as well, Matt.
Yeah, getting up to that 50 brick here towards the snake side, looking to lock off that D side. No one to shoot at, though. I don't know if he got the info. Oh, another body coming off for the Bears. Not looking good for him right now, 3-on-5. Notorious going to try to win their first pro game ever. And that will turn, they'll be 1-2, but with a -1 because they lost both their games by 1 point yesterday. So still in this tournament.
Yeah, that next match should be pretty easy for them.
Still some work to do. They have one good field. Ooh, they drop a body. Tough death for Marky Franz Jr.
Yeah, he's usually alive at the end of the game, so it's kind of uncharacteristic that he get dinked out like that, especially in a 5-on-3 situation.
We've seen Marky a lot, right? I mean,
yeah.
Decent amount, right? I mean,
almost too much.
Yeah, but I've seen enough tournaments with it. He's a really consistent guy. Doesn't die early a lot, so it's a little. I don't really say when I've watched Notorious play. We rarely say, "Oh, Marky Franz with a early death," but it happens to everybody. But now his boys got to pick it up.
Yeah, that's why it's a team. Good fill out to the corner from Notorious there. Get a little bit better angles from that corner. Releasing through the center field now is the Bears. 4-on-3 advantage for Notorious. Notorious with 3 across the back line.
Oh, Sester catches one, trying to do something.
Oh, there goes another.
And another body coming off, so looking good for Notorious.
Yeah.
Only a minor mistake. Only mistake they really made was the early death for Marky Franz, but that wasn't even that big of a deal.
ABJ at the 50 snake now, wrapping and going forward. Only player left alive for the Bears is that corner, and he's been eliminated, Matty. Looks like he trades with Archie there.
I wonder if maybe the Bears took Notorious a little lightly because the Bears had such a good day yesterday, and they have picked up Frank, and squad's the best it's ever been. They got their OG squad again, feeling it from how good they played yesterday.
Yeah.
Playing the rookie pro squad. I mean, it seems to me one of those situations because You know, it's not like they've been here for 10 years. You know,
Yeah.
Dynasty's not going to take a team like Notorious lightly because they've been struck by that lightning before.
So many times, yeah.
Yeah, so might be a little bit of that. I'm not saying they came out flat, and I'm not taking anything away from Notorious. Congratulations for them. That was a beautifully played game, a tough, hard-fought match.
Yeah, the guy's like, we got one.
There's Stoke. I can't hear anything through my noise-canceling headphones, guys.
But just keep talking.
Congratulations.
Just keep talking.
Yeah, Marky Franz Sr. was giving us an earful. But congratulations, boys. Oh, he's talking about how awesome their sponsor is. Props to Valken. Yeah, so, yeah, man, awesome job.
They were shredding paint that game, weren't they? Weren't we commenting on that Marky's hand?
Maybe one, I'm not sure. But they won the game.
Yeah, I just
won the game.
Interesting the line to go there.
Notorious officially first win in that win column. Next up, MLKings, can they get it done against Columbus Level, or is Columbus Level going to steal this win with a come-from-behind victory? And they get a shot on Peterson off the break. Can they keep 5 bodies alive? Referee checking out one of the players for Level. I think it's Damien in the can, and he's clean.
MLKing down 2, Maddie. 5 on 3.
2 minutes.
And he's in the center 50.
Yeah, 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Lemon's going to dive into the snake.
Oh,
and immediately gets shot on his
up.
first head check. Tough death there for Lemon.
Whew. That shot was on point. His head just barely lifted that.
I mean, I like the aggression. They need a point. Oh, battle going down right now. Snake side. Danny runs through, trades out with Rodriguez.
2 on 3, Maddie.
Kyle Berry, I believe, making a move out into D3 in that chaos from the snake.
Yeah, if there's no containment on that Dorito side, if there's no one, like with penetration on the snake side, shooting the Dorito side, you can fly down that Dorito side because that can's always inside.
Ooh, Pleedy gonna sneak into the snake. No one saw him get in there, and he'll have a crossfield shot. Not a great crossfield shot on D4, though. That's where the MLKings have made their way into. I think that's Kyle.
I think it's about a 2 on 2, Manny.
2-on-2 situation. Justin Politi and Damian Ryan.
Damian's in the tower on the D side, looking to make a move on their Dorito. Politi's supporting that from the inside.
Damian's looking for it. He moves up into the brick to try to pushes in to try to get the shot on D4. He has to worry about that pin right there. Might have an op. Oh, and he gets the shot in on Kyle Perry. Beautiful job by Damian Ryan. That's a crucial kill. And then they get the shot in on Navarro. And Damian does have a big, doesn't he have a big old something on his goggles? Or I think it might be rub.
The MLKing guys might be seeing what you see as well, man. They're all pointing at his face.
Giant beacon on his head, but I'm not a ref, and there's literally a ref. Yeah, I mean, it must just be rub. Yeah, he's got a rub on the hole on that right-hand side. But from here, it looks like the biggest goggle.
After he got shot, he leaned in and rubbed it on the bunker. Good game there from Justin and from Damian.
Yeah,
down on bodies, moving forward.
Totally. Damian had to completely commit into that brick. Now, typically, you don't want to hit the bunkers because it identifies your position.
Right.
But he had to lean into that spot. That's where he got all that rub.
Yeah, to hide the hit.
Yeah. But he had, that's where he got all the rub on the right-hand side. And he was going to have that one opportunity to shoot Kyle because Kyle didn't know he was there. And he also knew that, okay, I'm pushing in, I'm moving the bunker. Maybe Kyle's going to see it move. But Kyle was so tucked in. Kyle knew he had the whole D side completely blown open, so he was wrapping around. And then sure enough, first head check on the inside. Damian doesn't miss his shot, and that was the key kill right there. So
yeah, really good close there from Damian Ryan.
Just such a big pickup to get Damian Ryan on level squad because they lost Corwin Weber. And with how good Weber was, he was one of the reasons that Level was, when they were having their good runs, because Level was very inconsistent last year, but they did take a 3rd place. So we're in the pits right now. It's still not over, though. Tied up 4-4. Great comeback so far for Level, but the work is not done. There's Charlie Givens, the owner and coach of the MLKings, talking to his boys, try to get them pumped up here to try to go and steal the win back. That was a chaotic finish, so I didn't head check the clock. I'm wondering how much time's left right now.
Yeah, it was same pages.
112.
112. Plenty of time.
112.
This is a tough field. If you don't win the breakout on this field, winning a point in 112 is going to be very challenging.
Could see yet another overtime. I mean, we went
overtime
all day yesterday and we saw
Overtime.
one overtime, but could potentially see our 3rd one in 2 sets. Tense moments right now. Columbus Level needs the win because they have to play Impact next, and the MLKings desperately need the win because they're 0-2 here with a -6. So, you sure it's got to be frustrating for the MLKings as they definitely blew this lead, but most importantly, they need the win. You need those 2 wins. I mean, spread is what it is. You can manage it a little bit as much as you possibly can. But if as long as you have the 2 wins, you still have a chance.
You have mathematically, you have a chance.
There's Matt Askren.
So much better in the old days, though, trying to do all the points.
Yeah, Matt Askren might be winning the $500 for move of the prelims. Again, we still have a lot of paintball to play today, but yesterday there was definitely Stuart Ridgell's on the map. Rodriguez is on the list as well too. But so far, I think just given the gravity of the moment that where Askren stepped up, I think it might be, if someone can't win a game for his team, then we might be giving it to Askren. 10 seconds to go. Tied up 4-4. A little over a minute left in regulation time. Both teams gonna be starting with 5 with a clean finish that last point, and a little light on the breakout initially. Oh, and they're gonna, oh no, they went out wide here for level, losing a body, losing 2 very quickly here. So the MLKings answer 5-on-3 situation for the MLKings. They dive 2 bodies up here quickly onto the snake side, 1 in the wedge, 1 into snake 1. They're wrapping around, wondering if they know the count going to go across into the brick and makes it clean.
Yeah,
no one in front of them right now, Rich.
No, and I think they know that they shot 1, but I don't think they know they shot both the guys on the side. 2 guys going forward for MLKings in the snake. Going to be battling with Damian Ryan Crossfield and the Dorito 3.
Rodriguez in a really good position. He's been playing lights out here for the MLKings. But body coming off right now for
both teams,
the MLKings.
both teams.
Yeah, both teams. Yeah, it looks like Chase is going to be taking the walk as well, too. That might have been Rodriguez. Woodley in a good spot. He's going to jump and get into the brick. And here comes Woodley. Woodley with the full commit. Woodley running through. He's going to get 1. Stitches up player in the wedge. And that is going to do it. So the MLKings going to put potentially the winning point on the board with just 11 seconds left. We're going to see another point, but...
Nice move by Woodley.
Yeah, that was a nice closing move. It needed to happen right then, too.
Yeah, he saw it and immediately released.
Rodriguez was going as well. There was a couple other bodies out there, but him making that move at that right time assured that they were going to put that point on the board. They probably would have got it even if he waited, but it would have been harder because those guys had farther runs. So that was the right move at the right time for LJ Woodley. So 1-point lead for the MLKings, trying to give Columbus Level their 2nd loss and force them in a must-win situation playing against Edmonton Impact. That game's going to be going down at 10:20. Next up, we got Damage taking on New York Extreme and Uprising versus Energy Elite. And everyone's still in the tournament. It's Damage's first game, but New York Extreme with 2 wins on the board and a loss. Uprising with 1-2 record, and Energy Elite also sitting at 1-2. So it's going to get interesting, as it always does on Saturday here in that bracket.
Yep, the later the day it gets, the more interesting it gets.
Other brackets getting interesting, too, with the Bears dropping their game against Notorious. Because now Notorious is sitting at 1-2, but their spread's really close. Again, Level also in that bracket. It's Impact, Bears, MLKings, Level, and Notorious in bracket C. And depending on how well Impact plays today, but if we have an upset, that's going to make that bracket crazy as well.
Crazy bracket.
And the other, we've got about 30 seconds to go before the start of this next one. The other 2 brackets, those are the brackets of death. Dynasty, X Factor, Legion, Infamous, and the Saints in bracket A. And then what I think is a true bracket of death is bracket B. Heat, Revo, Hurricanes, Diesel, and the Ironman. The Ironman beat Diesel yesterday. Heat went 2-0. Revo dropped a game. Revo dropped both their games, actually. They dropped to the Hurricanes, and they dropped to Diesel. So that bracket's, yeah, the bracket of death is as advertised.
It's very deadly. Peterson only went out there with 1 clip, so either he thinks this is going to be a pretty quick 1 minute, 17 seconds, or he's going somewhere. There he goes.
Peterson's going to try to steal it, but here comes Level. Level's going to try to steal this win here. Look for red flags as the chaos sets in the middle of the field. Does anyone stay alive? And looks like the time's going to expire. Yeah, it's just really hard to score quick points. I think
112 is not long enough.
I think 20, maybe 25 seconds is about the time you need to score a quick point. We did see a 20-second point so far in the prelims.
And everything's got to go right?
Yeah. You need kills off the break. You need to run through untouched and all the typical things you need to score quick points. So that is going to do it here. Congratulations to the MLKings taking the win. And make sure to head on over to Go Sports to watch the rest of this tournament. Coming up next, one of the favorites with the win last year, second place at World Cup. Tampa Bay Damage going to be playing New York Extreme. And then Uprising taking on Energy Elite here. 2023 NXL Sunshine State Major. I'm Matty Marshall, and we'll see you in just a few.